I hate this fucking intersection. Wow, that's a lot of fucking stickers. It's rare that you ever see that many stickers on the back of a car. Wait, does this say Vortex? Vortex, Go Pole, Ultralight. Does Vortex make? I know Vortex does not clip-ons, rear sets. Anyways. So, I don't really geek out on video games very often. I kind of have this, like, love-hate relationship with new games. Especially ones that are just starting out. But as some of you guys know, I'm a really big... That was weird. What? Hi? Don't know who you are? I guess the guy was like honking and waving at me. Gwinnett. I don't know anybody who works for Gwinnett Fire. That's kind of weird. Anyways, so I'm a really big race fan when it comes to video games, and I've been a diehard Forza fan since like the third one. I played a little bit of the second one, but I did not have an original Xbox when that game came out, because I think it was one of the launch titles. Or Forza 1 was the launch title. I can't fucking remember. I don't know. That was ages ago. Anyways, so since then I've owned every Forza copy since then, and with the only exception being Horizon 2. I don't know. Forza Horizon, the first one, didn't really do it for me, because I'm more of a simulator racing kind of guy than the arcade racing stuff. But so there's this new game coming out, and it should be coming out this next week for the US, called Project Cars. And it's a racing simulator that's been in development since I think the earliest build that I've seen of it was in 2011 on PC. But the game it's a racing game. But it's meant for people who enjoy the die-hard racing simulators, you know, where it's track conditions and weather conditions and, you know, tuning setups for the cars, but, you know, based per track. And it's meant oh, what the fuck? It's meant for the few of us that actually like the technical side of racing, instead of just finishing first. Oh wow, she totally ran that. So Project Cars is set to come out this next week, and I've been kind of geeking out over it for the last probably month. Actually, probably 2 months. They had an original release date in March, and they pushed it back until April, and then again they pushed it back from April to May. And in my eyes, as a content... God damn, I fucking killed the bike. It's so hard to find neutral. In my eyes, as a content creator, I know when there's times where you know that you have an idea that you want to put out at a certain date, and then something sets you back, or you didn't expect something and something came up and it caused the date to set back. So one thing that a lot of people I've talked to about the game that have also been waiting, they're upset, but at the same time, like, we're all hoping that whatever reason they pushed it back for is, you know, really important to the game. Like, you know, it's something that just didn't feel right for them, and they really wanted to, like, polish it and perfect it. But in light of preparation for Project Cars' release, I have reassembled my old steering wheel setup that I used to race with on the Xbox 360. I had the wireless racing. I don't know what the official name for it was, but it was the Microsoft wireless racing wheel, and it was the one that had like the force feedback and pedals and everything. When the Xbox One came out, I wasn't able to use it anymore because they wanted to be assholes and not have peripheral compatibility between the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. So I've kind of had the pedal set just like sitting off to the side, and recently I discovered that in preparation for Project Cars, I started looking at pedal sets again because the 360 one wasn't going to work. Well, after doing research, I find that there's a company that makes a USB drive that you plug into whatever console you want to play on, and what it does is it spoofs whatever controller you want to use for that console as another one. So say if you want to use like a PS4 controller for the Xbox One, the device tells the Xbox what the controller is, but the device and the controller communicate based upon the controller's identification. And they've already got pre-programmed setups and stuff for certain things like that situation where you want to use that specific controller for a different console. And I found out that it does work with the racing wheel. So I think the only downside for it is I'm not going to be able to get force feedback control in the wheel. It'll just be just a regular wheel. But even that is still going to be really fun, really exciting. So I rebuilt my my setup, and my setup was nowhere near any kind of grandiose build. It was just my chair. I originally had the pedal set in the wheel in my lap, and the pedals against a wall. Well, now I actually have like a wire frame base to put my legs through, and for it to mount to, so it's up off my legs a little bit more. But I'm really excited, and like I said, I don't really geek out for games very often anymore, just because I've had quite a few that have been a letdown that weren't really what I thought they were going to be. But I'm really excited for this, and if you guys are also fans of racing and you're going to end up getting Project Cars, my Xbox Live tag is down in the description. I do play at least once a week, depending on what I've got going on that week, if I'm working or anything. But I do know for a fact that Project Cars, I will be racing my balls off. I don't know if I'll be able to do too much the first week it comes out. I actually thought about switching my location to the UK so I could play it early, because I think they release on the 6th or 7th. But I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. So if I don't, I'll be on the 12th. I think it's when it's supposed to come out for the US. But yeah, add me on Xbox. Send me a message. And if you do add me, please send me a message. Don't just add me and randomly think that I'll be able to join your games, because the way the Xbox One's communication setups are, it's no longer like a friend request system. You can friend somebody and see when they're online without them friending you. So you can do it through the follow. There's you can follow somebody and you can see when they're online and what games they play and stuff. So please send me a message on there. I cannot guarantee that I will be able to play with all of you, but for a few of you that are diehard racing fans that know where I'm coming from, I would love to be able to set up I wouldn't say a weekly group, but I want to be able to have people to race with and race against often. That was something that I really enjoyed when I had Forza Motorsport 4 on the Xbox 360. I had a local group that I used to race with a lot. And then it took me a while before I got an Xbox One, and by the time I got an Xbox One, they didn't really race anymore. So I'm looking for that again. I think it'd be really cool. One of the really cool features about Project Cars is multiplayer seasons. So you can actually go through a race season with other players, and I think that's a really cool feature, and I want to do that. So yeah, add me on Xbox Live. I'll be on. Project Cars is going to be fucking awesome, and I cannot wait. If you got it, or if you're going to get it, add me on Xbox. If not, then there is a slight chance I may try and stream it Twitch, but I don't really know how many people are interested in watching somebody race around in circles. But I don't know. We'll see. You guys take it easy, and you guys can find me on the track May 12th.